Now we'll take a look at the relationship between extrusions and holes. And although there are tools which will allow you to punch holes in 3D objects, the Solid by Extrusion tool has the ability to perform a similar operation. To see how it works, let's make a washer for a bolted connection. I'm going to start in wireframe, and I'm going to start with a place circle tool. So we drag, I'm going to make my washer with a 1/2 inch radius, that's 12.5 millimeters. I am going to type 0.5, and that's because I'm working in inch working units, not feet, just inches. There's my 1/2 inch radius circle. Now I need a second circle from the same center, and this one I'm going to make a 5/16 inch radius, or 7.8 millimeters. To enter that, of course, I need to type a 0 first, then a space, and then the 5/16. And this again is because I'm working in inch units. Data point, and there's my two circles. What's happening here is that I'm seeing the outside of the washer and the hole in the washer. Now right now, of course, if I were to extrude the outer circle, it might look like a washer, but if I shade it, then it's clearly not. It's clearly just a solid piece. So we'll get rid of that, and we will undo that. What I need to do now is to convince MicroStation that the inner circle is actually a hole in the outer circle. To do that, I need to use a different tool. I need to go to this tool, which is the Group Hole tool, and then we follow the prompts. Identify the solid element, well, that will be the outer circle. Then identify the hole element, that will be that circle, and data point and right click, and we're done. Now let's try an extrusion. I'm going to extrude in this direction, and the extrusion will be 1/8 of an inch. I know the decimal for that, which is 0.125. And data point. And there's my washer with a hole. Let's double check that with a shade. There we go. So now we have a washer. Now, there's no limit to the number of hole elements that can be attached to a solid, but there can only be one solid. So in this case, we have a single hole in a single solid, but in another shape, we could have several holes in a single solid. Any shape can be the solid or a hole element, which makes this a very powerful 3D tool. Now, in the next video, after you practice a little bit, we're going to complete an exercise, which again you'll find in your extrusion exercises PDF file.